Hello and welcome to Normal Game Couch and welcome to episode 31 of the Mandleth operation, our Terraria Let's Play. Um, I don't really refer to it as a Let's Play, do I? That's kind of odd considering that's really what it is here. Um, so I wanted to show a couple things before we got into the meat of the episode here. Right off the bat, you can see that I've expanded the mushroom farm. I I spread it out a bit more to the left over here. Let's get rid of that ugly lump of grass in the dirt there. Um, so yeah, we spread it out further to the left. I could have probably expanded a bit further if I wanted to, but I think this will do fine. So that's the first thing. Second thing I wanted to show is I spent a lot of time organizing our archives, our storage. So I just wanted to show you guys here. So I separated all the bricks from the blocks, and we have columns of different types here. Now you might be wondering, why have five places for, say, green bricks when you can just put them all in a stack? Well, the idea is we can come in here and we can auto stack stuff into our storage, and if like the top one gets filled up, then it'll go to this one, then it'll go to that one, and so on and so on. So the idea is for auto stacking, and you know, the less I have to think about it, the better. Because I don't know if you've noticed a recurring theme. But normally at the end of the episode, I'll say something like, "Oh yeah, I gotta spend half an hour doing inventory management." So this is meant to streamline that for me. Plus, it looks a lot better. In the case of the bars here, you know, our ore, we'll keep our ore down here, and when I got a full stack, I'll make it into ingots, and then we'll stack the ingots up like that. So that's kind of how that works. So I'll just show you all the chests, just so you can see what it kind of looks like. Got our wood here, and this is just kind of like a mishmash of what we couldn't fit in other columns. This is kind of working where we got like our columns of dirt blocks and stone blocks, and then our dirt walls and stone walls here. Same kind of thing going on here. And then we got our weapons area and our tools area. Got all the guns in here. I'm kind of trying to keep, you know, two of each thing. No more than two of each thing, I should say. Got our magic items. Got our kind of ranged stuff here and our explosives. Got our armor sets here. Our melee, boomerangs, things like that. Our tools. Our armor continued because it didn't all fit in this one chest as neatly. This is our money and gems. So we have the gems organized the same way. Just for auto stacking, just to make it easier. There's nothing else in these. This is our miscellany section. So this is, you can probably tell here, this is a bit less organized, but still pretty organized. Our keys, our boss summons, forges, furnace, things like that. We've got our doors here, and spreading off to the left, we got matching tables and matching chairs and things like that. This is like our costumes, all right. Statues. Statue chest didn't change that much. We got our lizard stuff here, and we're gonna want to take a key out. People familiar with Terraria might know where I'm getting at, but before I hit L2 here, well, I'll go ahead and hit L2 and you can see. So yeah, we got the Crimson Key mold. I built a farm in another world. You know, I'm not really down for twinking this character. I'm not really down for that. But with something like a Crimson Key mold, you know, I decided that I'll make an exception for the Crimson Key mold because it's such an arduous task to farm this thing that I'll get it any way I can get it. And so I made a crimson area, a crimson biome farm in my other world. And here's the funny thing. This key mold actually dropped twice before I was done building the farm. So, hey, at least I got it. So I'll finish showing you guys around. This is more miscellany here. We got our banners and our various chest types. Paintings, our lighting. This is where we're kind of stacking our voodoo dolls when we get them. You see this chest? Yeah, that was okay. All right, let's see. Here we got our kind of equipable items. We got our potions here, using the same kind of methodology where we kind of make entire columns of the same type of potions. Nothing in the bottom row there. And lastly, we have our organics. This is our fauna organics, our flora organics, our soul chest. I love saying soul chest. Sounds so awesome. And I don't think we have anything in the bottom row. No, we do not. So that's how we organized our storage there. One more thing I wanted to address is I said at the end of the previous stream that I was going to replace these switches with pressure plates. Well, I tried it out, and it was glitchy, and I'll tell you what happened. I'm not going to try to recreate it because it'd be a pain in the neck for no reason. But what happened is I would step on the pressure plate, and I was using the right one, by the way, the one for humans. I know I made that mistake before, for player characters. But I would step on it, and it would teleport me right here. Like, it would teleport me back to where I was standing. It might have teleported me to the other place maybe 1 out of every 20 times. So it didn't really work. So the switches work all the time, so I put them back to the switches and haven't had any trouble since. So once I saw that happening, I was like, oh yeah, that's why I didn't do it that way before. So I remembered. But yeah, I wasted some time doing that. So we got it all working now, so that's all good. So let's go ahead and make our crimson key. I think we got to talk to Kevin here. Crafting. Alright, what do we need here? We need 5 souls each of fright, might, and sight. Fright, might, and sight. Fright, might, and sight. There's our fright. Sight, and we need might. Alright, so that'll be enough to make our crimson key. Where do we do this at? Anywhere? We can do it right here. Okay. Switch back to recipes. Alright, crimson key. Boom, there you go. Now we can take this to the dungeon, open up the crimson chest. I'm actually going to not spoil that in case for some reason you're starting with episode 31 and get to see what's in there. I have mentioned it on the stream before. Let's head out to the dungeon. Alright, now I don't remember exactly where the crimson chest is, and frankly we're probably going to die a few times trying to find it. I should have marked it on my map somehow, but last time we were here, pre-hard mode, I was like, I just want to stop messing with this place because I hate it. But they keep pulling you back, dude. They keep coming up with reasons to make you come back here. Crimson chest. It should be relatively easy to spot, so... Ah! Look at this guy. Rough customer. And like I said, probably going to die a few times looking for this thing. Where are we? Let's go down here. I feel like it's in one of these ones where I have to go all the way down and then to the left and up. I feel like it's in one of those extremities. Unfortunately, I can't really tell by the map. If this were the PC version, I'd be able to like mouse hover over it and just find the Crimson Chest that way, but console version doesn't work like that. So I guess we just gotta get right down in there and look, man. Like I said, it should be relatively easy to spot. In fact, I think I see it. You know what? Instead of screwing around, going around the long way, let's just dig a wall right through. Ah. Alright, that should be the Crimson Chest. Yes, and there are the vampire knives. In my opinion, the best weapon in 1.2. So we'll go ahead and equip those right away. Pretty much makes my other weapons irrelevant. Except for the golden shower. We want to keep that. So what the vampire knives does, or do, what they do, is they give you health back. So it's really good for boss fights, because you can just kind of go ham on the bosses. Now, yeah, I know 1.3 adds better weapons than vampire knives, but we don't have 1.3. Us console peasants won't get that till later. I'm sure we'll get it eventually, but we don't have it yet, so... God, these necromancers, I tell you. So, I kind of don't even know if there's any reason for us to continue being down here in the dungeon. Let's see what killed me this time. Reiko was destroyed by angry bones. Thought it might have been more entertaining than that. So we can magic mirror out. We can just kind of look around some more. We're not in any kind of hurry. In fact, that's the one of the interesting things about being at this point in the game is there kind of isn't any progression left. So at this point, you can kind of just do whatever. Like there's nothing expected of you anymore. You know, I mean, you got like your seasonal events, and I assume that those seasonal events are in the console version. There's your Frost Moon and your Pumpkin Moon. The Pumpkin Moon, I've seen other people do, and it seems to be a pain in the neck. But other than those seasonal events, which I can't make happen because, you know, it's not the right time of year, other than those seasonal events, we're pretty much at the end game as far as 1.2 is concerned. So, like I said, there's no more progression. There's nothing else expected of us. So we can kind of just do whatever now. If we feel like hanging around in the dungeon for a while, we hang around in the dungeon, get some ectoplasm. I think this is the way out. But don't you know, take that the wrong way. There's still plenty of things to do. I'm probably going to do a boss gauntlet eventually. I'm kind of thinking that the last episode, episode 36, is going to be like a big time boss gauntlet, like killing everything like a million times, just to see how we do. But I got these vampire knives, so I kind of want to like start killing some bosses now. So let's take these vampire knives to some bosses and see how we can do. Another thing I was interested in doing is making a few mannequins and just displaying some of the better armors that we have. Just for kicks, you know, like we don't need to do that. It doesn't add anything to our. Oh, hey, look at this meteorite. Are we immune to these blocks? Yes, we are. Well, this makes harvesting it a lot easier. Well, I wasn't really planning on doing this, but you know what, man? That's kind of the beauty of Terraria. So you never really know what you're gonna wind up doing. I think collecting this meteorite is a good thing here. We might as well grab it. And come back around. It's pretty cool that we're immune to the heat from these things. Makes it a lot easier to harvest. If you've seen my previous episode, like the first time I harvested one of these, there were like platforms involved, there were like other blocks involved, strategically going after this stuff. How far we've come, you know, now I can just kind of grind through all this stuff, man. I mean, it's like butter, dude. We're cutting through this stuff like butter. So much easier now. It's night and day. I'm not even like paying attention to the enemies either, because I'm just one-shotting all of them. Grab what I can from these little nuggets on the sides. I mean, we could probably leave the rest alone, but kind of a stickler for getting it all, you know? Is that meteorite down there? Hmm. Yeah. A couple more pieces in the wall. Almost feel like ignoring them, but we'll just go ahead and... If you're gonna do something, might as well go all the way. There you go. One more piece down there. I so want to ignore it, but we'll just get it. Alright, man. That does it for the meteorite. Now we could fast travel back home, but let's take the scenic route. It's been a while since we did all this. Oh, this is our wall for the eventual solar eclipse. And now that we got the vampire knives, that's going to be super easy. Is that palladium there? Let's grab that palladium. I think that's what it is. Ah. Oh, it's just copper. Why did it look like palladium? Man, I've been out of the copper game for a while. Let's see, pretty early in the day yet. If I'm going to be fighting bosses, we got to wait for it to be night. Here's one of our old arenas. That's where we fought the twins. This is a exploitative arena. Basically, we had it set up where we were only taking 1 damage each time he hit us. But sometimes we took more than that. It was kind of a crapshoot, really. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. This is my lazy dig through the mountain for wiring the teleporters. I regret nothing. It looks ugly now, but it made it a heck of a lot easier to wire those up. Kind of taking a tour of the landscape. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but let's see what got us here. Ryko watched their innards become outards by Death Laser. Death Laser will do that to you. So yeah, we have, in my opinion, the best melee armor and the best melee weapon in 1.2. So we should probably put it through its paces and try a couple boss fights. But you know, as stated, we have to wait for it to be nighttime. So kind of just taking a tour of the landscape, running through the whole thing. It's kind of like a serene experience going through it now. Like it used to be so chaotic. Like setting up all these teleporters was a nightmare. Especially on the left side over there. The turtles would not leave me alone, man. It was a huge pain in the neck. But yeah, I spent probably a week casually grinding for the Crimson Key mold. I spent probably a week, maybe a week and a half, casually grinding for it, maybe like an hour or two a day. And in order to get the key mold, you have to it's got a one. You have to kill enemies. It doesn't matter the enemies, but you have to kill enemies in the Crimson biome, and every enemy has a one. Well, there's a better way to put this grammatically. The key mold itself has a 1 in 2,500 drop rate. So it's like a 0.04% drop rate. So it's pretty rare. So after about like maybe 10, 11 days, like a week and a half or slightly more or less of grinding for this key mold, if I finally got to the point where I was like, okay, man, this is getting a little ridiculous. Let's really buckle down and do it. So in my other world, my like kind of single player world, the world I play when I'm not streaming, I started building an arena. Now this was an underground, like subterranean box, basically, with your campfire and your heart torches and all that stuff. Kind of just strategically placed around, so I always have healing bonus. This is the other site of a meteorite crash that we harvested, like probably, what, 3 or 4 episodes in? Like it was a really early one. So I was building this huge box underground in the Deep Crimson, and about 20 minutes into it, maybe less than that, maybe 15 minutes into digging this huge box, this underground box, the key mold dropped. But I was like, you know, I've already committed myself to building this thing. Let's see it through. So I decided to go ahead and finish the arena. And by the time I was just like maybe about 10 minutes away from finishing it, you know, the arena / farm, key mold farm, by the time I was about 10 minutes away from finishing it, the key mold dropped again. So, you know, I mean, I guess my patience paid off, but I mean, that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is that, you know, I was about to give up, you know, grinding for it casually. So I guess giving up is the thing that ultimately decided that I'd get the key mold I needed. But so now I'm just prattling on and on about nothing. So we want to go back. I think it's getting close to being night. Grab our boss summons. Got him here? No, here? Yes. I'm going to take one of each, I guess. I only got one of those. And that one. So let's test out some of this quick stacking. I know it's not going to be perfect, but let's test it out on the blocks and bricks. This is kind of what adds up the quickest in your inventory, you know? Okay. Yeah. Got some potions here. Drop these potions. It's a healing potion. A one-band healing potion. Oh, that didn't quick stack because I'm full. This column is completely full. Well, then I'll sell those. I mean, that's one thing, is like I was hoarding stuff. I actually ended up selling a lot of stuff there. It turns out that I was kind of hoarding it. I realized that. So I started selling stuff, and we can sell these healing potions. We're not going to need them. Thorns. Why did that not auto-stack? Did I not have any thorns potions? Let's see. Should have auto-stacked. Guess I don't have any thorns potions. Well, then we'll start another chest. Put those in here, like that. And we got our flora and our fauna. We'll auto-stack that stuff. Glow stick. Where would that auto-stack at? Oh yeah, we got 3 full stacks of glow sticks. We'll probably just sell those. Meteorite. It did not quick stack because we didn't have any ore down here. Guess it worked out where, and this is the case with a lot of these actually, is the amount of ore I had was divisible by the amount it takes to make a brick or a bar. So a lot of these I don't have ore for. So it won't auto-stack that stuff. But that's alright. We got a pet. This is a pet slime. Let's summon our pet slime. And it looks like it's starting to be night out. So let's go to our arena. Which arena? Maybe this arena? At least we got the campfire and the heartland lantern going. We'll turn this thing on. And let's fight some bosses, man. I have a good feeling that I could take on like 2 of these guys at the same time. But I want to save something for the final episode. You know, we got 5 episodes left. Don't want to overdo it, man. Don't want to play my hand too early, you know? Not technically nighttime yet. Can't summon the boss yet, but we're getting there. If you're just joining the stream, thanks for checking out Normal Game Couch. Episode 31 of our Terraria Let's Play. After this, we got 5 episodes left. I do have kind of things planned for each episode. Can we hit that? I think there's a... isn't there a Sky Island up there, or is that in a different place? Ah, it's in a different place. Alright, let's hit the... Nope, can't hit the mechanical worm yet. Not quite night yet. Any moment now. So yeah, it was kind of interesting going back and going over the landscape and seeing all the stuff that we've built. We've come a long way, man. I know I've been saying that on the other streams, but it's true, we have. Definitely come a long way. Oh, there we go. Alright, the Destroyer. First boss with the vampire knives. It's gonna be a cakewalk. I think, you know, you never know. Might surprise us. Kind of just haphazardly running through all these segments here, making contact, getting damaged. We're healing faster than we're taking damage, so it's kind of all good. Vampire knives are amazing! Zombie! What's his health looking like? I can't really get a beat on his health. He's about halfway down. Let's hit him with some of this. See, I think the vampire knives are about sustainability. It's not really about DPS with the vampire knives. It's more about sustainability. Now what this is doing is debuffing him. Then maybe I can hit him with the vampire knives. See, you know, the vampire knives, even though they seem and act like a magic weapon, it's actually just a melee weapon. Alright, this guy's gotta be almost dead, right? Kind of making weird shapes in the sky. There he goes. I'll take those, thank you very much. Alright, let's summon the next thing out here. Now this one might be kind of dangerous, but we'll see. The twins! I wonder if we want to use our old exploit here. Just kind of go for it. We'll just go for it and see. I'm just gonna stand here and take the damage. I feel like I can survive it. Now the thing about the twins is you really do want to focus on one of the eyes over the other. But I'm kind of just going ham here. Frankly, I don't really care. We seem to be doing okay though, so I'm not going to complain. Oh yeah, this guy's in his second form now, so watch out for that. And get back to our arena. Yeah, this is one of those fights where it's just like a battle of attrition. But with these vampire knives, it's pretty one-sided. Retinaser and what is it? Spasmatism? Gotcha. Never really looked that closely before. Normally I was trying too hard to, you know, not die. Let's go ahead. Ah! I want to spawn in the the other guy right away here. Because I don't know how much time we have left before sun comes up. Let's hit him with the debuff. Like you do. Ah. This guy's a little more serious. I think maybe we should have brought the Mega Shark to this fight. It's just that this guy's got so much HP, you know? It's not, he's not like difficult in, like, this boss fight isn't difficult in and of itself, it's just he's got so much HP. If we could take one of his extremities off, we can start focusing on other extremities, and then before you know it, he's down. One of those extremities is almost dead, right? Which one is it? The prime laser? Let's focus on that. Get back here. There's one down. 3 to go. He'll probably despawn soon. It's probably going to be dawning soon, right? Alright, 2 extremities down, 2 more to go. More debuff. I can't tell how far along the night is. We may not have time to kill this guy. Alright, I think I got all those extremities down. Let's just focus on the head here. Oh man, he got me! Wow, that was kind of unexpected. I wasn't really even paying attention to my health because I have so much faith in the vampire knives, but that's all good. It was almost daytime anyway. We almost had him, but with my luck he would have despawned. So that's the vampire knives. They're pretty good. I don't think I really did them justice. Trust me though, they're great. They're a great end game weapon. So I'm lucky that I was able to get them before episode 31 because I wanted to have them kind of for the last like 6 episodes, you know. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to check out here. This might be kind of fun. I wanted to make some mannequins and make some armor displays. I do not know how to make mannequins, so let's look into this. I believe it would be here? No, it wouldn't be here, would it? Let's find it. Man, you can make a lot of stuff in this game. Whoops. I don't think it'd be under... It wouldn't be under armor, would it? Like, that's... Because it's not a piece of armor in and of itself. It'd probably be under here. One of these. Mannequins. There's an armor statue. And that's the problem with like having... Oh, there it is. Okay, mannequin. Oh, all you need is wood. Oh, and a sawmill. Alright, let's go grab some wood. But that's the problem with having a game like this where you can make so many things. It's, there's not really any good way to organize all that stuff, you know? I want to make 5 of these. So we need 100 pieces of wood. Kind of considering where I want to put them. Okay. Well, here's the sawmill at any rate, so we'll go ahead and make the mannequins. I don't know why I picked 5, just 5 seems to sound like a good amount to me. I'll take these mannequins. And I'm like 1 space short. Where else would I want to put him? I want to put him somewhere that like looks good, you know? At the top? I guess this works for now. I'll probably come up with something else off the stream. Reposition them somewhere that looks better. So we need to decide what armor we want to display. I really like the chlorophyte armor. I think it looks really cool. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way here. Alright, yeah, I think the chlorophyte armor looks really cool, so I want to put that out. I think the meteorite armor looks really cool, so we'll put that out. The hollowed armor, it's not my favorite armor to look at, but it's kind of like... It's like the armor that you get like after you transition into hard mode, so it's kind of... it kind of has like meaning behind it, so I want to pull that out. Let's quick stack some of this stuff. Make some room in my inventory. Okay. Quick stack more stuff here. Gotta make room. Okay. What else? I kind of want to display the frost set. It's not my favorite armor set, but it's something that you have to get by drops, so it's kind of special in that regard. And let's see, we got 5 mannequins, so 1 more set. Titanium was kind of a pain in the neck to get, so I'd like to proudly display titanium set if we can. Cool. I feel like I got my 5 armor sets that I want to display. Alright. Yeah, I'll figure this out better later. You know, I'll figure out a better place to put them. Let's see, I think how we do this is we put it on the hotbar like this. I could be wrong, but I think we put it on the hotbar like that, and then R1? Yeah. Awesome. That's cool, man. And we gotta put it on the hotbar each time. A bit of a tedium. I like that. Displaying our favorite armors. And yeah, off the stream, I'll figure out a better place to put these. And 1 more. And zoom in and take a closer look at all my awesome armor together. Yeah, man, looks good. I like that. Alright. Let's do a bit more spelunking before we turn off the stream. Kind of get my hotbar back in order. Got a certain way that I like it here. And get everything back where it goes. What am I missing? Must have quick stacked something that I didn't... Oh, this. Okay. And just for kicks, let's put the mushroom spear here. Mushroom spear is kind of obsolete at this point, but I did pay a pretty penny for it, so I'd like to keep it at least for a little longer. Drop our cash. What is this we got on us? What is this? Horned god boots. That would go with the god mask, right? Where's the god mask? Right here. I like this thing. Maybe we'll put that on. I need one more piece for the set. Anything I can put on in the interim that would still look good? Not really. This might look good. Yeah, okay. We can rock this look for a while. Looking pretty cool, man. I want that god chest piece, though. Yeah, looking pretty cool, man. I like the look of my character right now. You know, we have our beetle armor set in our, you know, equipped. But then we have our god stuff and magma piece in the social slot, so it just affects the way we look. It doesn't affect the efficacy of the armor. Blood crawler. I noticed there was a long stretch where enemies in the Crimson were not dropping vertebrae. So it became almost impossible to make pre-hard mode boss summons. But it looks like they patched that back in, because now I'm getting vertebrae, you know, not all the time, but a lot more often than I was pre whatever the last patch was. Let's derp around in the forest for a while. Plantera. Should I? Should I? Yes, let's do it. And he's gonna come around. There he is. Now, normally I would fight this guy with the Mega Shark, but testing it out with the vampire knives, I think, would be rather telling to see how effective it is against this guy. Oh, let's hit our heart switch down here. Ah! Going pretty well so far. Oh, and here come the spiky balls. Gotta watch out for those. The spiky balls are the worst thing that Plantera does to you. So you really just gotta watch out for those. If you watch out for those, you'll be alright. Once he's in his second form, he stops throwing them out, so I want to get him to his second form. He's almost there. Once he gets, yeah, there he is. There's the second form. Alright, now when he's in his second form, I like to use these teleporters that I put in. pretty effective. And this will give us another key too, so if we ever do find another key mold, we'll be able to make it and go into the dungeon and get whatever biome key mold it was. And we almost got him. He's on his last legs. There he is. Oh, wasp gun. Let's check that out. I got a couple things here. Celestial Pygmy Staff. Oh, we've had one of these before. I mean, at least I have. I don't know if I've had one on the stream before. It summons a pygmy to help fight. It's pretty cool. Wasp gun. Uses mana. So we could use this without ammo if we wanted to. That's a cool thing. Kind of like this this gun. It really eats up your mana though. But see, I'm geared for melee, so if I was going to gear myself for mana, this would be more effective. I'm getting hit, but I don't care. There's our extra key. Got a Plantera trophy. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we didn't do that great on the drops here. But we got a key, and you know that's kind of the important thing when it comes to Plantera, is getting those keys. If there's another spore around, maybe we'll fight him. Yeah, there's one right there. Let's do it again. Why not, dude? I kind of like that we're in a position now where we can just kind of fight a boss on a whim. Like, we don't even really need to prepare for it or plan for it. I don't even really need to bring potions. You know, a lot of hard work went into that, though. It wasn't automatic, you know. This is, what, episode 31? So, like, 30 hours of work went into that. You know what I'm saying? But we got it, you know. We're there now, so it's all good. And we can benefit from it, you know. This is one of the ways we benefit from it, man. Grinding these bosses. It's telling, too, how there's so much ore around this arena that I never bothered to mine. You know, it kind of indicates, like, when we built this arena, we were in a position where we didn't need the ore. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you kind of become so rich with ore that you don't need it anymore, and this arena is kind of a testament to that, you know? And we got all this ore down here that we'll never need. Come on, guy, bring it! You ain't nothing. I do like the vampire knives. I think fighting like Plantera kind of shows what the vampire knives do best. I think when I was fighting those mechanical bosses, it wasn't really a good showcase for the knives. I think fighting Plantera is kind of showcasing the knives a bit better. Plantera mask, ooh, that's interesting. Do we have one of these yet? I don't know if we had one of these yet. What's this? Ruthless Flower Pow. 77 melee damage. I think we just got an incredibly rare drop. We should check it out, man. I think this might be incredibly rare. This is pretty cool. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we just got an incredibly rare drop. This thing's cool, man. Yeah, dude. Bam! I like it. I'm really happy with like the state of things right now in our Terraria experience. Yeah, dude. I think the vampire knives, the ruthless flower power that we just got, and the golden shower. I think that's all we need, dude. I mean, the golden flower, or the golden shower is kind of almost obsolete. It would be obsolete if it wasn't for its debuff effect, which is really handy on bosses. This thing does 77 damage. Plus it's got 17% damage. Shoots razor sharp flower petals at nearby enemies. I didn't notice it doing that. Was it doing that? How come I'm not seeing any razor sharp flower petals dancing around? I don't know that I'm seeing it do that. That's 77 damage. Now, the vampire knives are 38 damage, but the thing about the vampire knives, and a really good showcase for this is the Wall of Flesh. I would actually show you now if I had a voodoo doll, a guide voodoo doll, which I don't. But the thing about the vampire knives is if you get close enough to a guy, you hit him with like all 7 knives at once. So yeah, it's only like 38 damage, or what was it? 38? Yeah, 38 damage per knife. But hitting him with all 7 knives at the same time is like over 200 damage, man. So it becomes significant if you can get close enough to minimize the spread of the knives. Right. I like the look of my character now too. It's like a haphazardly tossed together mishmash of costuming and differently paleted attire. Has nothing to do, like these pieces have nothing to do with each other, but I like it. Alright, man, I think I'm going to go ahead and call that the stream. Let's go back to the house. I like the bizarre look of our character. I think I might keep him looking like this for a while. Let's grab these mushrooms. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call that the stream. Visit our kombucha mushroom person. Alright, so thanks for watching Normal Game Couch. I've been your host, Payden. This is episode 31 of the Mandleth operation. Be sure to, we're having an all Terraria week, so be sure to check out our episode tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time. And also on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're doing the same thing next week. So it's like all Terraria for the next 2 weeks. That's not something I normally do. So kind of excited about that. It's going to be a lot of work for me because about 2 to 3 hours of prep time go into each episode. So I'm signing up for a pretty good amount of work here. But it's not nothing I can't handle. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.